Hello everyone and welcome to MHF. The Prem is back. خلاص, it's 48 hours and we're finally gonna watch.
Alhamdulillah.
We're like, there is nothing like we can actually now talk about Arsenal, Fulham, Man United, Liverpool, and instead of Declan Rice versus Caicedo. But what do you guys think about the Declan Rice, Jordan Henderson, like your poor man Jordan Henderson take from Errol, a Liverpool fan? Since we are talking about the football, of course.
You're talking to me. I mean, firstly, good morning, lads. If anything, I think we should extend this international break. I think it's been fantastic watching Liverpool fans try and eat themselves alive and then change the conversation because they don't want to talk about it anymore, but then do another stream 5 minutes later. So for once, it's not my club trying to like just basically tear ourselves apart from the inside. So it's been fantastic. It's been a great little break. But I think that was the worst weekend of non-sport I've seen in a long time. There was no F1. There was no Sail GP. I mean, I think I had to watch the Bathurst 1000 in Australia, which was like a supercar race, because there was absolutely no sport that I wanted to watch. But I think I watched about 20 minutes of international football, and I'm ready for the Premier League to come back.
What do you think about the Declan Rice, Jordan? You guys seen the clip?
I haven't seen it, but it sounds like rage bait to me. I mean, I think someone said Declan Rice and Gerrard, and that got Liverpool fans mad. So they're probably like, well, I don't know, maybe you're more like Henderson. What was he trying to say?
Like Errol was saying that if Declan Rice doesn't go and win the Premier League, he's poor man Jordan Henderson, something like this.
Poor man's Jordan Henderson. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can play it without getting copyrighted.
We can. It's DR Sports. We definitely fucking can. It's DR Sports, bro. I'm just gonna put it on the screen. Yeah, let me do it. Because listen, DR Sports, you know.
You just go to the short section. Don't play the whole thing.
I'm not. I'm just playing. It's in the shorts. I'm playing it from Twitter, bro. You can play it from. Okay. Here you go.
I saw some ridiculous takes. Someone said that someone compared Suarez to Henry, put them at the same table. I was like, wow, I nearly crashed my car.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not a bad take. Suarez and Henry, that's not a bad take. What are you talking about? It was
you two.
It's not a bad take.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's absolutely not a bad take. What are you talking about?
Husam said technically Suarez was better than Henry, like with the ball at his feet. I nearly threw up in the car. I was like crashing, throwing up.
It's not a bad take. That's not a bad take. Suarez and Henry, not a bad take.
Suarez, I know Suarez.
Suarez won a triple. Suarez absolutely.
Oh yeah. Okay, so he went and stat padded at Barca with the MSN network. Yeah, I mean, he had Neymar and Messi. Henry was doing everything himself.
Bro, he was better than both of them at some season.
No. I would not have that. I don't think Suarez has got the same level as finishing, but not with the ball at his feet. The stuff Henry was doing was magic. And if anyone thinks they're the same, they didn't watch both.
Did watch both.
Anyway, that was my 2 cents. You guys came out with one, so show me the DR Sports one.
Can you guys hear it?
No, I can read it.
When you share with audio, you unprofessional fraud.
It says share with audio, so don't do that. It does.
Switch on the audio on the shorts then.
Like it is literally says click share audio. There you go. Oh, it says share audio. Always share audios. Here you go. It's always that. There you go.
If Declan Rice fails to win a major for Arsenal this season, he is a poor man's Jordan Henderson. I've said it. Poor man Jordan Henderson, bro. Jordan Henderson put his medals on the table. Jordan Henderson can have those conversations. Jordan Henderson's been there, dragged England semi-finals, nearly finals. Jordan Henderson has been about that life. And I'm not saying...
Rice has got a European trophy.
Was that for Arsenal?
No,
There we
wasn't even for Arsenal.
There we go. So now you're defending what he did in the West Ham shirt.
Oh, he's got a Community Shield, sorry.
You're making your argument even worse.
Can I actually say something that is, you know, when I listen to this, and I'm gonna be completely honest, right? I actually felt that here, Jordan Henderson is the one getting disrespected, not Declan Rice.
Why?
I'm gonna tell you why, and that's not rage bait.
Isn't it
Because-
shots fired at Gerrard
But-
on the roundabout going away?
For number one, Errol, if he's using number one, Errol went to the wrong. Like, he's like, show me your medal. If you show me your medal, that means you say Jordan Henderson is better than Gerrard, for example, because he won the Premier League, he won the Champions League, you know. But I think the reality is, Jordan Henderson at Liverpool, that's what people always remember the last part of someone's career. And that is when people say that,
Although someone has an echo.
I don't know who has an echo.
Because we can hear myself twice. And when Martin spoke, I heard her twice.
I just turned it on mute, so it wasn't me, but I can hear
So
Husam.
Martin, it's you more.
It's me.
Hi, Martin. How are you? Because it's not you. What the fuck is happening? Why I hear myself?
I think it's
Hi.
Mo shit with his share
Hi.
audio button, right?
Oh, it's because of the share audio. Oh my god, man. I was like, why I hear myself?
Why is
twice?
it my fault?
No, I swear, I
This is
just
supposed to be
unshared. I just
pro-streaming.
unshared your screen, and that's
Anyway,
it.
don't worry about it. It's not my fault, bro. I was even muted. And then you
don't know. I
like, anyway.
لا خلاص, I just unshared the screen.
Okay, anyway, just going back to the discussion because this is very important. I actually feel that people always analyze a player based on their last season when they decline, right? But we forget that Jordan Henderson at his prime at Liverpool, he's not Gerrard or Lampard, but he was very good. He was one of the most important, yes, a cog in the machine. He wasn't Mohamed Salah or Mane or Firmino, but I thought Jordan Henderson did very good at Liverpool for about 2-3 seasons. He did very good in that period when Liverpool were getting the 92 points and the 98 points and they won the Champions League. I thought he was doing a very good job in the midfield, Jordan Henderson. He's supporting Salah. And if you watch what Errol said, if Declan Rice doesn't win a major at Arsenal, you can be as good as you want, right? But Declan Rice is not Harry Kane. The only player in the history of the Prem that can say, well, I am one of the best players in the league, blah, 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 is Harry Kane, because why he was breaking records, he was doing this, he's closer. Declan Rice is great. He's fantastic, right? But if Arsenal don't win majors, Martin, and Declan Rice's career go for the next 2-3 years, I don't think he should be compared for the likes of David Silva or the likes of, like even Gerrard won one Champions League, or it's not a bad take. Well, if Arsenal go and win, for example, a Premier League this season, and you go in the next 2 years and you win another Prem, or you win a Champs, now we're talking about a career that is topped with trophies because he's one of the most important parts of this Arsenal team. Like he's not only like he's very important to Arsenal. But I think it doesn't matter how good you are if you're not. Okay, what I want to say is that Declan Rice is not Mohamed Salah. Like Mohamed Salah is outstanding for Liverpool, like a difference maker. So Mohamed Salah might not need 5 Premier Leagues to be compared to Kevin De Bruyne. He might need 1 or 2. Declan Rice is good, but he ain't Kevin De Bruyne. Do you guys get what I'm saying here?
Do you ever feel like you get sent down the garden path? You know,
I don't know what that
with
means.
deflections and distractions, and a Liverpool fan base that's feeling the pressure wants to say something controversial about Declan Rice, so everyone ends up trying to like compare him.
Maybe he was trying to say
It's impossible
that.
to compare these players, and I think the interesting thing about Jordan Henderson is, if anyone says anything bad about Jordan Henderson, Liverpool fans will kill that person. But Liverpool fans will just not stop shitting on Jordan Henderson and saying how bad he was and blah blah blah. But at the same time, want to give him credit for all the trophies that he captained them to. So it's very confusing for me. I think that it's blatantly obvious if Declan Rice doesn't win a major, he's not going to be spoken about with the greats. But as soon as he wins a major, I think he starts to be in different conversations that become very uncomfortable for people. So I don't know. It's like on that border of you must win the trophy and then we can talk about you nicely. Otherwise, we're going to dump on you and say that you're, Harry Kane light for not winning a trophy and you should go to a bigger team and win stuff with them and blah, blah, blah.
What I'm saying is very simple before Husam comes in. What I'm saying is, guys, hit that like button, guys. Come on. We cannot be on 40 likes. What I'm saying is very simple. Declan Rice is not Kevin De Bruyne, is not Gerrard, is not Lampard. You know what I mean? Declan,
as a football player, we're talking purely now, forgetting trophies.
Forget the trophies. Forget the trophies. I'm talking about the player. For example, Declan Rice is like Michael Carrick. You know what I mean? Is important, but he ain't the outstanding player. Like for me, the outstanding player at Arsenal now, for me, are Saka and Gabriel. And that's my opinion. Like fucking Saka, when Saka's on it, Saka's on it. Like you can watch it, Saka's Mr. Arsenal for me. What I mean by that, Martin, is like when you are not the Gerrard or the Lampards or the Kevin De Bruyne's, you need the trophies to actually top your career, to actually have the legacy in the Prem.
Well, those players need it too. Every player needs those things to really top their legacy.
Well, Gerrard has won Champions League and some cups.
But he had like a 12-year...
Why?
How long was Gerrard playing in the Premier League? Like, it's also like longevity and, the amount of long shots that he scored that everyone can remember. There's a lot of things which will stay in people's mind. Like Rice, for example, he will always be remembered for scoring 2 of the best free kicks against Real Madrid. But without a trophy to go with it, it sounds almost like comical to mention,
But that's my point. I want to move on from this. I want you guys to hear this. Listen to this as well. It's a very good discussion that happened.
Who do you think are the biggest threat to Arsenal this season, Liverpool or Manchester City?
I understand why they have Arsenal as favourites. I just think the percentages probably could come down a bit more because you can never rule out Manchester City. Liverpool will arguably be second favourites and will run them close, but it'll be tight. You can never rule out a Pep Guardiola team, a Man City team with that quality and with a goal scorer in their team that's shown the form that he did when he first came in the Premier League, Erling Haaland. It's hard to rule them out or not have them fully in contention to win the Premier League.
There's loads of messages going along the bottom of the screen. There was one from Rick who said that the biggest threat to Arsenal is Arsenal themselves. Do you understand
Yeah, but
what he
I
means?
understand what he means because, and this has been the question over the last 1, 2, 3 years, that the question's always been they haven't got a goal scorer. They've been lucky with injuries. They haven't got the squad. Well, at the moment, they have built a squad. Mikel Arteta's built a squad big enough to deal with the amount of games that come and the demand of the Premier League. And look, they're showing that. They're rightly so at the top of the league. And the next 4 games are probably going to prove that their squad is strong enough and big enough to continue the fight all the way to the end.
Most of these Liverpool and Manchester City players have won the Premier League before, crucially, and that's our poll at the moment, is who is the biggest threat to Arsenal? Like I just asked Charlie, is it Liverpool or Manchester City? At the moment, Liverpool with 54% just beating Manchester City, and you were torn between the two, so I suppose that doesn't surprise you that it's not that far off 50-50.
Because there's never going to be a big margin between them two, because Arsenal, you say number one, but then it's them two, and it is close between them two. That's the issue, that there's no defining figure where you're like, oh, Man City have the edge or Liverpool do. They are tight, and it's going to run all the way to the wire. And we're having this conversation in October, and it's only going to be going month after month after month, because we know the demand of
My point is this, to be honest with you, if I'm looking at this, they changed it. The percentage changed massively just after the 2 weeks of Liverpool. Everyone is talking about Arsenal being favorites. And people that talk about Opta, people actually expected in the next 5 weeks that the difference in points will be at least 3 to 4 points between Arsenal and the next one on the table. I'm not sure if that is mad. The thing about it, Charlie Austin, you can tell that Charlie Austin is not a banter. Like, he's actually speaking like he believes what he's saying. He ain't saying this for clicks or.
Big up to LB. He's making it on Sky Sports now as well. Shout out to LB.
Big up.
But my thing is listening to that clip is look, I don't think there's anything wrong with us changing who's favorite week in, week out, because it's a fluid situation. This is just completely normal. This is just like any other sport. Like, whoever's on top gets the favorite tag for a while until stuff changes. Like, you know, if Arsenal win the next 3 games and Liverpool lose the next 3 games, of course no one's gonna say Liverpool are favorites anymore. So it's a fluid situation. Vice versa, Arsenal lose to Fulham, Liverpool beat Man United, Liverpool are favorites again. So I think there's nothing wrong with changing this every week, because it is a fluid situation. It's not a situation where it's just like the same exact favorite every single week till the end of the season. That's just not how it goes. So you have to have a conversation that's fluid and interchangeable, specifically when the point tally is close. Like if it's like 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, it's really not that deep. So I think you can change it every week. But I don't think there's anything wrong with what he's saying. In his opinion, Arsenal are favorites. That was Salah's opinion as well. They said he was trying to avoid pressure. Salah is not trying to avoid pressure. He's just saying that this team has been together for a really long time. But look, as things stand, Arsenal have the best squad in the league and they're at the top. So they're the favorites for the league. And we have to take it one game at a time at this moment in time. It's still October 16th. So it's not like we are 10 months into the season. We are 1 month into the season. So we have to be just a little bit patient and see how things work out. At this, I mean, after this international break, actually, Marta will tell you this. Usually games that Arsenal struggle with, which is like the Fulhams and the Palaces of the world, because it's not really the big game that they struggle in. Fulham away has been a tough game.
Don't you think that's a bit disingenuous to say, though? Because like, we'll win 16 out of 17 games and we might lose to whatever, some small team, and then that team will suddenly like, oh, and Arsenal always lose to whatever that one team is, even though they just beat everyone else that was a tiny team.
Well, so what did I say that's disingenuous, Martin? Because you're very
we always struggle against the Fulhams and the Palaces and the Villas and the Newcastles, and like people's trying to like find a bogey team for us is what it feels like. And you know, it's whoever we're playing next if they're a little guy. But I'm not too worried about it. I think that we need to not just focus on.
I never said you always lose. I said the teams that you struggle against are these mid-table sides, because Arsenal,
yeah, but that's really vague. That's what you know what I'm saying. Like as I said, like we won 16 out of 17 at the end of the last season, and whoever we lost against is now the problem team. But it's not just because Villa like they're a mid-table team.
That's not what I said. You're being disingenuous for no reason. I said
no. I'm just.
I said Arsenal usually drop points to these sides. Like I'm talking about the mid-table sides. So that's why I'm saying Arsenal for 3 years didn't lose a single Big Six game. Okay, so that was something that you guys.
No. I think that there's too many generalizations going on there. Okay. Like we might not lose to the Big Six sides, but we didn't like collect all the points we could have there. Like there's a difference between not losing and like winning all those games. And we got pretty good at beating the small teams. But you know, if you lose to one, that's enough to lose the league, right? So it just sticks in people's minds that we're like, oh, we struggle against blah blah blah. You know, I think it's focused on too much.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, everyone's got to beat every team. I don't care if you're mid-table, bottom, top, like up next, I'm taking the 3 points. And I feel like that performance against West Ham was so like, hey, give me the points in the bag.
Who do you play next? Fulham. You said up next is a must-win game. That's what I'm saying, Martin.
But like we just played against West Ham. I don't know why you're moving. Like, hey, you guys haven't beat West Ham in like 3 games, and they're going to be a bogey team for you. And we just steamroll them. I expect to steamroll these teams, and it should be fine.
Okay, let's do this from now to the end of the stream. Let's not argue what other people said. I didn't come to you and say, Igal said this, Paz said this, but I'm not using other people's argument against you. Before the West Ham game, I said Arsenal going to win by 5 goals. So it wasn't me. I don't care what others say. Let's argue what I said. I'm
but I have
saying,
to deal with all of the narratives, not just yours. So sometimes when I reply to things,
yeah, but you're
I
on
have
stream with
stored
me, so it's
memory.
disingenuous to use someone else's narrative. That ain't my narrative. That's
Do you
why I
think
didn't
Arsenal
even say
struggles
anything.
against small teams?
That's why I didn't even say anything when Mo played the Rice and Henderson clip. It's just so disingenuous. No, who gives a fuck about medals on the table when you're comparing two individuals? Like I don't give a fuck about that.
Do
Declan
you
Rice
think
is better
Arsenal
than
struggles against
Declan
small
Rice
teams?
is Declan Rice is better than Jordan Henderson without medals. Declan Rice could have done what Jordan Henderson did for Liverpool and some more. So like let's not do that. Let's not act like Jordan Henderson was just like a Paul Scholes. He was a cog in the machine. That's it. Now back to the topic. My thing is when it comes to this conversation is I think Arsenal's
Hold
next
on, hold on. Can you go back a little bit? Did you just
I
say
don't
that
talk
Paul
about
Scholes
that.
and Declan Rice are the same? Sorry, and Jordan Henderson are the same?
Yeah, Paul Scholes, Jordan has same level
So
player.
Paul
Cog in the machine.
Scholes and okay, I just wanted to get that.
Yeah, they're
Paul
a cog in the
Scholes-
machine, both of them.
Can you say that again? Paul Scholes and Jordan Henderson that are cogs in the machine.
Paul Scholes could have been replaced by any midfielder for 30 years and United would have had 11 league titles. He had no effect. Anyway, back to the topic now.
Guys, someone please clip that and just send it to me, please, guys, if that is possible. I just want.
You didn't clip the Suarez Henry thing where you're gonna like go about
Because I don't think it's crazy. Because
That's
I know what
crazy in your
I know
eyes,
what
not
I'm
in
doing
our
with
eyes.
this clip. You know, I have.
By the way, me
already
and Mo
planned.
both said that Henry is better
that
than
doesn't
Suarez.
mean it's true. You're both
We
wrong.
both
So
said
that's
Henry
just the story.
is
Habibi,
better
there is
than
no wrong.
Suarez.
There's opinions here.
No,
Like, there's
Mo,
no
let me
wrong
make
here.
it clear. We both said Henry is better than Suarez, but just
Hey,
'cause
I don't drag Salah into conversations he shouldn't be involved in. I don't anyone dragging my goats into conversations he shouldn't be involved with. You just keep it that way.
Okay, once again, we both said Henry is better than Suarez, but
And
we
you're
just
both
said
wrong. That's
Suarez,
fine.
we said Suarez is the same level, better than Henry technically, which is not
Hold
a
on,
bad
what?
take.
Did we actually say that Henry is better than Suarez?
Yeah, we agreed. When we were doing
Then-
the rankings, we put
No, we didn't.
R9-1, we put R9-1, Henry 2, Suarez 3, Eto'o 4, and
That's in
Lewandowski
the
5.
strikers thing, right?
Yeah, striker, yeah.
No,
So
you
we
said
put
they're
Henry
all the
above
same
Suarez
table.
anyway. Just because I said Suarez is better technically, Martin's triggered. He is better.
Yeah, I'm
technically.
triggered. I'm really triggered.
Yeah. You are triggered. Clearly, you're triggered because you're just bringing up stuff we said in the past.
No,
Suarez,
I was triggered. I'll be more accurate. I'm not triggered anymore, but I've said it to you now.
Suarez is better at has better technique than Henry. He's not a bad.
I just can't believe this. I just can't believe this.
You really? How you can't believe it? Like, what
Because
is
I
so
know Suarez-
unbelievable?
I know
Can't
Suarez
believe it is
before
like
Liverpool.
Haaland has more.
Can't believe
technique.
it if I say, by the way, Henry and Lautaro Martinez sit on the same table. Henry and Filippo Inzaghi sit on the same table. That is like unbelievable. You know, I say Henry and Diego Costa in the same level. That is unbelievable. You know, Henry and Nicolas Jackson. Henry. But we're saying Luis Suarez. That is not bad. Like, Luis Suarez is a fantastic striker. Like, amazing. Brilliant. One of the
Luis
best.
Suarez won the Golden Boot against Prime Messi, Prime Ronaldo, but it's disrespectful to say he's on the same table as Henry. Crazy. Anyway, as I was saying, I think Arsenal.
You gonna let
have
me
to win.
reply? You guys just gonna go like nuts?
Go ahead,
Go
reply,
ahead,
Martin.
yalla.
Go ahead, reply. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
How about this? Go ahead, reply, Martin. Yalla. Go ahead.
Yes, Henry is
But
the
don't reply
undisputed
to the
goat of
people.
the Premier League, right? He is the best player that played in the Premier League. Suarez was in the Premier League. Suarez is not mentioned in the same circles or at the same tables as Henry. Henry technically is capable of doing more than Suarez on his own. Suarez was the benefit of having two very good teammates at Barcelona to stat pad with. So I'm happy for him. But he's an ear-biting lunatic. He's actually he's an embarrassment to the game. Henry is not.
He is. I agree with you. Okay. Personal level, Suarez is
Nothing
arguably
what you
for
just
me.
said debunks what we said.
Yeah.
by the way.
Everything that
Literally
you said about his personal thing, I hate the player I hate the most in football history. Like for my 30 years watching football, is Luis Suarez. I think this guy should have been suspended from playing years ago. I think they should have made an example out of this guy because this guy, for me, is one of the worst human. I don't know the guy personally, but I genuinely believe that he should have been suspended from playing the game forever. Right? When he beat Chiellini, when he beat Ajax, when he was racist to Evra, like he should have been stopped from playing football. He's one of the most disgusting footballers I've ever seen in my life. But we're not here to discuss his personal life or his personal. Like we're discussing his football.
Some people think Ryan Giggs is the Premier League GOAT. He slept with his brother's wife.
Yeah, like me, I can hate Ryan Giggs for what he did. I can hate John Terry for doing this things to Wayne Bridge, you know. But in terms of a defender, that's why I analyze it. Football. He's great.
Anyway, nothing that Martin says debunks our point, which clearly shows that he's just
You
being
guys have
emotional and
opinions. I
sensitive.
can't change. on the
He's
technical.
mentioning playing in the Premier League at the same time when literally all we said was technique. This is me and Mo's conversation. Just summarize it in 15 seconds. We were ranking strikers, top 5 strikers. We put R9 first on a table by himself. We put Henry second. We put Suarez third, Eto'o fourth, Lewandowski fifth. We said these 4 greats all sit on the same table. Now, if we're going to sit here and claim that it's crazy to say that Suarez has more technique than Henry, that's insanity. Suarez's first touch, Suarez's dribbling, Suarez's passing. By the way, he won the Playmaker Award as well, just so you guys know. Luis Suarez, like, literally won a Playmaker Award. So we're not comparing him to a bum. Like, with all due respect, it would be crazy if I said Inzaghi has the same technique as Henry or Haaland has the same tech as Henry. No one said that. We're comparing him to one of the best strikers of all time. And on top of all this, we still put Henry above Suarez. Anyway, we put him above him. If I'm just saying one element of the game. By the way, Hazard has more technique than Salah. I'm still taking Salah over Hazard. I think Mo will agree with that
that's not a
statement.
controversial statement. Salah's a little bit robotic with his stuff. But Henry is
Okay,
like an artist.
Hazard
He was a painter. He was a
Hazard
magician.
probably. Okay, Neymar probably has more technique than Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm taking Cristiano Ronaldo ahead of Hazard, ahead of Neymar. Sorry. So technique is not the be all.
Can I
and
tell
end all.
you for real, Martin? Who's a better technique, Neymar or Thierry Henry?
Pure goal scoring, like at the end of it, probably Henry, but I think Neymar's got more flair. But Henry would do crazy stuff, like flick it up to himself and then volley it over his shoulder into the top bins. Like he would beat 5 people with just a twist of his shoulders and
That's what Suarez did as well.
hips. No, Suarez would bite his way through a crowd and then, like, you know.
Can
Okay,
I tell
now
you
you're
honest
doing
truth,
defensive.
Martin? Can I tell you honest truth?
Yeah.
If we get the catalog of Luis Suarez's goals and finishes, it will look better than the Thierry Henry one.
Okay,
Fact.
let's do it. Let's do it.
Someone
Let's do a
get
poll in the
someone get
chat.
that.
Let's
Not
do
Paul. No,
everything.
I didn't need a poll. Guys, the way Luis Suarez finished,
Goal catalog, the only one who's better than Suarez in modern history, I'll probably say Messi, Cristiano, and who else has a tougher?
No,
I don't know.
nobody.
You guys find your best
Nobody.
Suarez comp.
Nobody
and I'll
else,
find my
in
best
my
Henry
opinion.
comp, and we'll get the crowd to
Nobody
decide.
else.
absolutely. Let's see. Someone do it in the chat. If you guys
If
do
we're
it,
talking goal catalogs, by the way, I think Suarez goal catalog is like legitimately insane.
yeah, like bro, the finish, bro. The guy,
Insane or clear of Henry? Because you were very
no,
careful.
not
with this
clear. I never said clear. I said it's better in
No,
my
it's
eyes than
not.
Henry.
I think the ones with better goal catalogs are Messi and Cristiano.
That's it.
I think Suarez has a better goal catalog than Neymar, by the way. No bullshit.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
Okay, are you only allowed to use Suarez from the Premier League, like in that comp?
No,
or are
no,
you
no.
guys
We're
like-
using Suarez from the Premier League. When we put R9-1, who did R9 play for in the Premier League? Who did
You put
Lewandowski
R9
play
one. That's
for in
nothing
the
to
Premier
do with
League?
this debate of Henry versus Suarez. You're saying from a technical standpoint, if I want to see comps, I want to see them both in the same
Yes,
league. when they
as,
were, like,
exactly. Mo said, as in beautiful goals.
Yeah, just beautiful
Henry,
goals. nothing
Henry
else.
has a lot, but Suarez has tons.
I'll give you an example. The best striker in the world right now has worse goal catalog than Darwin Núñez.
maybe we should leave goals out of the comp. Maybe they should
Did
just
I
be
lie?
like technique.
No,
If we're talking, because we have to understand the metric. If we're talking goal
technique.
catalog,
Technique
if
is
we're
finishing.
talking goal catalog,
No,
genuinely,
no.
Haaland has a
Technique's
worse
not
catalog than Núñez.
About finishing. Is
dribbling,
what-
ball control, technique, passing, like
yeah,
all
very,
these-
very. Yeah, that's why Thierry Henry is above Suarez as a
Yeah, that's
striker.
no problem.
The way Suarez finished from outside the 18, did the angles and all of this stuff, and he did this consistently. Like, it's not like he did it once. You need like a 10, 15, 20-minute compilation for Suarez to do that.
Yeah, but did he set your
Zlatan.
soul
Anybody-
alight when he was
Fuck
doing it?
Zlatan,
No,
bro. Nobody,
this is a
nobody
good shout.
Zlatan.
This is a good shout. His goal catalog is actually insane. We
It's
can't
very
lie.
good, yes.
Yes.
But it's not Suarez.
No, Suarez is better still.
Abud. Gareth Bale is comparable to Suarez goal
Ooh,
catalog.
good shout. Gareth Bale has an insane goal catalog as
The
well.
majority of them are shooting. And strength.
Bicycle
His
kicks,
left foot, yes.
dinks.
No, Luis Suarez has
Using
a
his
ridiculous goal catalog. Okay, are we going back to the Premier League? Anyway, this is very good.
You know, actually, who has a better goal catalog than Henry in his own team? Dennis Bergkamp.
Well, he has every one of his 100 goals, 100 plus goals are just magic. But Henry is different in level of unstoppable. on his own. I think everyone knows that. Everyone knows Henry is the best player that
Yeah,
plays in the
Habibi,
Premier League.
Henry is me and Mo's Premier League goat, and we put him above Suarez. If we're just talking technique, it has nothing to do with disrespecting.
You know, I
Thierry.
don't
It's just
like this
technique.
way of you guys saying it, especially Arsenal fans.
No, you don't like things Arsenal fans say.
You specifically, you as well, you. The reason why, I'm gonna say that. What if a player comes in and wins, broke the records, won 3-4 Premier Leagues, won a couple of Champions Leagues,
Erling
carrying
Haaland.
his team? No, but you can't say Erling Haaland because he didn't. Because I don't. Okay, for example,
Not yet. I'm saying if he continues in the Prem, relax.
okay, and he
If
improved.
Erling Haaland plays for Manchester City till he's 35 and he wins 9
improved.
golden boots and 10 leagues and 3 Champions Leagues, then what? Oh,
Yeah,
Henry's the goal. No.
and be as influential as Henry. It's not about that. It's not
Habibi,
about
right
I
that.
think maybe
now,
Henry will be hard to beat always because he delivered his best work in the Premier League, whereas other players like Ronaldo delivered their best work perhaps in La Liga. So
yeah, I agree with that.
And Henry was there at the inception of the Premier League almost, right? Like he was there when everyone was like trying to work out what the hell is this, and then fell in love with it when he was the magic man. So I don't know if you can ever like replace that kind of level of influence, but someone will come along that's an unstoppable player, and hopefully we'll get to see.
I think
10
Salah
Thierry
has
Henrys on
similar.
everyone's team.
I think Salah has similar impact to Henry. Similar.
Impact. I mean, you have to be very careful about your like terminology with it because obviously he's got the same level of output or even more level of output than Henry in the goal scoring.
Similar, very similar. You know that.
Yeah.
But like
But it was when I was watching Henry, my mouth was open. I was like gobsmacked.
100%.
Like, even if he was just dribbling backwards, he was doing like some flickovers or what ridiculous
one of the,
stuff.
one of the reasons I like the Premier League is Thierry Henry.
Look, a lot of the times Arsenal fans would say he's the reason for watching. He would do something at least once a game that was like unplayable or unrepeatable. So we were enamored by him.
Mo, why are you always Husam?
No, this is his first comment. You have to look at his first comment, yeah? It's so easy to debunk. Liverpool players are the best according to Hussam, and Mo follows. By the way, the reason why we put Suarez is his Barcelona time, not his Liverpool time, because he stayed at Liverpool for 2.5 seasons only. Number one. Number two, Mo's Premier League GOAT midfielder is Frank Lampard. Did Frank Lampard
Not Gerrard.
Charlie? Did Frank Lampard who did Frank Lampard play for Liverpool, Habibi? No, he didn't. So please put the fries in the bag directly with the burger too. You don't deserve to eat tonight. Actually, the reason why MHF work is because me and Mo disagree 95% of the time. If we agreed, this would be the most boring channel on YouTube. So please stop it. Literally. Anyway. Nice
Mo
one.
the Arsenal Glazer, but I love Liverpool players, you know.
And he's
I
always
love it.
complaining about Arsenal fans.
But that's why I'm fair. I say what I think.
That's fine.
Like,
You're not a
you know-
Glazer.
you know-
You're not
you
an
know
Arsenal Glazer.
I don't
AF,
like-
you agree with me? Stop glazing. You're a Liverpool fan, AF. Why are you glazing? Because you agree with me. Please.
Like for me, I say
By the way,
what
Lewis
I
is a
think.
Chelsea fan. He thinks Gerrard's better than Lampard. Lewis's opinion. He's a Chelsea fan. So it's okay. You can have different opinions.
He's a what?
I had a
respect-
thing with Gerrard.
I respect Frank Lampard so much. I've never disrespected him once in an argument.
Lewis
I think
is
he's
what?
Underrated.
Lewis thinks Gerrard, and he's a Chelsea fan.
Yes, Lewis thinks Gerrard's better than Lampard, and he thinks Hazard's better than Salah for both the same reasons, which is ability, basically.
Is he putting words in? Is he
No,
misquoting?
ask Lewis. Lewis, I'm not lying. He said Gerrard better than
Fuck off.
Lampard. Hazard
Lewis.
better than Salah.
Lewis.
Yeah, Habibi, he said Hazard better than Salah and Gerrard better than Lampard. He said it to me 100 times. Ask him.
Ask Luis Henry or Suarez.
Why I feel this is a fucking lie?
Thank you.
Why
Lewis.
is he laughing? Why is he putting the comment when he's fucking laughing?
Here you go.
No, bro. Did Husam like fucking bribe you or something? Is he
No,
fucking getting
wallahi, I
paid
didn't
for this
bribe
shit, bro?
Wallah, I didn't bribe him at all.
Like, what's happening here?
I respect
Ach.
Lampard so much because Lampard was a machine as well. Lampard for me is number two. Number two in all-time Premier League midfield. I think Frank Lampard is one of the most disrespected.
No, he's
midfielders of all time.
he's definitely twisting Lewis's words, bro. It's fucking. What is this?
Wait. Lewis, I literally pull up the clip now where you said I conceded Gerrard is better than Lampard to say Hazard is better than Salah. When did I lie about this?
Unload the
Lewis.
clip.
Lewis, I literally pull up the A-listers clip. Don't make me do this to you, bro. You know you said it.
No,
Why is this guy lying in the comment section? He
Yeah,
said
Mo,
he
can you
could.
do an Henry Suarez poll anyway, and just for the fun of it?
Why should
I
we
will
do
see
an
what the
Henry
numbers are,
Suarez
because
poll when me and Mo both said Henry is better than Suarez?
I can
So
do
what's-
Lewis. Okay, I'm gonna do. He's the guest.
you can put it
He's
technique,
the
phrase
guest?
it however you want. Phrase it however you want.
He's how do you want to phrase it, Martin?
No, you
Yeah,
guys,
tell us
this
what
is,
you
this
want
is
us to
you.
phrase
I don't
it
want to
then.
put words in your mouth.
Hmm?
Ask Husam.
Who is better striker?
Who has
Is that
better
good?
technique? Who has better technique?
No. Who's better striker? Both of them played striker. Henry. Well, it's very simple. See, I don't need to complicate it. Like the damn video and just vote.
Okay, like the video as well, chat. Big up to Aboud, by the way. It was all about technique. If it was all about technique, then Ben Arfa and Tarab would have been the best players of all time. And that's exactly the point. That's why me and Boom both have Henry above Suarez, because we don't think technique alone puts you above other players.
You know what? I hear what Martin is saying. Fucking the technique, the ball control in Thierry Henry and the way he glides past players and the way he dribbles. I think it's more smoother than Suarez. Can I just put it this way? Like it was never. Okay, sometimes Suarez was a little bit jammy. However, here is what I think Suarez technique is better. I genuinely believe that the way Suarez hits the ball, right, and the finishes is better than Henry. Like that's what I mean by that. The difficulty of goals, the amount of difficulty of goals that Luis Suarez scored is more than Henry. Like Henry used to glide past player, then
By the way, your poll says who's the better striker. That's not the question.
that's the question.
No, we said who's better technically. That's not the question. Who's the better striker? We said Henry is better.
Okay, you can change the poll. It's fine.
Who gave you American passport? Wallahi, I don't know. Anyway,
No,
guys, let's
I
get
said-
400 likes. Now, back to the topic, because Martin's just moving sensitive. Thank you, Aboud, for both the super
I'm
chats.
not moving
Appreciate it.
sensitive. Everything's
Martin
everything's
started
tongue in
being
cheek, you know?
sensitive for no reason. Anyway, if Arsenal want to win this league, they have to beat the mid-table sides, which is exactly my
هشتمه
point.
بامه اللي هو اللي اسمه تشارلي ده والله العظيم يعني انا يعني هشتمه بامه اقسم بالله
امسك حالك. Anyway, so Arsenal
بالله
امسك حالك. It's not worth it. Arsenal have to beat Fulham. I think this is one of the games or the type of games that they've struggled with last season, the 14 draws. I think they have to win this game. These next 4 games, I think Arsenal should collect 12 from 12. They're all winnable games. Palace is difficult, but it's at the Emirates. So because it's at the Emirates, you expect Arsenal to win. So I think they're all difficult fixtures. They're all easy fixtures, besides Palace. Sunderland should be a win. Burnley should be a win. And even Fulham should be a win, in my opinion. But it's a tough place for them to go. So they have to prove that they're serious, basically, about winning.
hold
this
on
league, and I
the
think
Fulham you're talking about the Palace game that is at the Emirates. because I
yeah, the
heard
next
Fulham.
4 Premier League
Ah.
games for Arsenal before the international break is Fulham away, and then Palace, and then Sunderland, Burnley.
Yeah,
So,
Fulham away for me, to be honest with you. Fulham away for me.
no, I
Fulham
think
away.
Palace at home is more difficult just because of what Glasner is. That's it. Even if it's at the Emirates, because Glasner.
But
sets
can
up
I
so
ask you guys?
defensive-
I'm gonna do a video about it. Like, do you guys think it's at 12 points out of 12 points and nothing less should be expected?
Yes.
Accepted or expected?
Expected, not accepted.
Well, it's the same thing. It's kind of like, I don't know if you guys were in scouts, but used to go and say, Kayla, we will do our best. Like, you can get the swear from all the fans saying, yes, we must, and all these things must happen. But I don't even see these teams individually anymore. I just see 3 points. Go there, get 3 points, stink it out, win with corners. I don't give a shit. But come back with 3
Confidence
points
on
every game.
Arsenal fans is mad these days.
No,
Not only you,
I
not
don't want
only
to get
you,
emotionally
others.
invested in any particular fixture. I don't care about Fulham away or Crystal Palace or Sunderland or Spurs, or I don't care who it is. I just don't want to make a big deal out of any of them because we have no bogey teams. There's no excuses. Just keep steamrolling people and yeah, regardless of who they are, just keep playing our game. So I don't know. I'm confident, but we have to take this opportunity that Liverpool
Think
gave us
about
now
it, to be
because we
honest.
were 5 points behind. Now we can get a little bit of space if they have some struggles, especially, they've got a few harder fixtures coming up after Man United. So this
Oh
is
yeah,
our
our
chance.
next 4 games are all difficult, 100%.
Yeah.
We got Villa, we got City away, we got United at home. I forgot who the other game is. It might be Spurs.
I
Let me
actually
check.
think Arsenal might get 15 out of 15 points. Remember, they play Spurs at home.
No, that's
Which is-
after international break. We're saying until the international break.
Yeah, I'm watching them until Chelsea, to be honest with you. because
Brentford is another game.
Brentford is easy for them. Easy,
For us.
easy. Oh yeah, Brentford for Arsenal at home, easy. Now they play Chelsea, Villa, and then Wolves. Bro, it's
Who
How
are you
the fuck-
talking about? Which fixture list are you looking at?
Arsenal. How the fuck Arsenal play Villa twice in the Premier League within 20 days? How's that? What is this?
Bro, what are you talking about?
Arsenal play Villa away at December 6th, and then they play Villa away again at December 30th in the Prem as well. Like that
Away
doesn't ma-
twice.
Bro, can we
At
make this
home and then-
simple?
Oh,
Can we make this simple? The next 4 games in the Premier League until the next international break: Fulham away, Palace at home, Burnley away, Sunderland away. Liverpool's fixtures until the next international break: Man United, Brentford away, Villa, City away.
City away.
Okay.
You by definition, yours is way tougher because you fucking play City at the Etihad. That's by definition makes
Yeah,
it
we know. That's my
tougher.
point.
Like, it's not
Now, City's next 4 fixtures, because they're in this conversation as well: Everton at home, Villa away, Bournemouth, and then
I
Liverpool.
have a video for this. Like we don't need to. By the way, we have a video for this. Here you
يا
go.
عمي احنا يعني ما نحكيش عشان الفيديو تبعك ولا شو؟ Anyway,
I don't know
So
Arabic. I'll
those-
just
those
laugh
are the-
randomly, so it makes it sound like I know what you guys are talking about. But
guys, you want to know something? Like, I'm trying my best to just not get annoyed and triggered. For the last 40 minutes, in probably the first 15 minutes, I was quiet and didn't say anything. And you know, this thing where you guys like do this whole thing and like, oh my god, stop interrupting, bro. It's a football show, guys. We're gonna interrupt. No one here is gonna speak for 17 minutes, and then after that, I'm supposed to respond to all his points. Okay, it's a football show. It's interactive. We're speaking with each other. It's completely normal. Anyway,
Here you go. This is the expectations from the Sky Sports section. I'm not gonna play a video. I'm just gonna put the picture so we can see the pictures in front of us. These are the pictures of everyone, of course, in the next. Like this is the expectations as well. This is Charlie's Ostis prediction. Win for Arsenal. A draw
Draw.
between Liverpool and I don't know. Why are people expecting Man City to go to Villa away and just win? You know,
Villa's
like,
ass this season, bro.
Villa has the
You know-
most open play XG. What are you talking about? That's all that people care about these days is open play.
Can
Villa
I
are
tell you guys
13.
for real? Brentford away for Liverpool is very tricky. By the way, very tricky. Brentford are resilient. This resilient. Liverpool, if Liverpool go to Brentford, I am expecting a tough game for them. Expecting a very, very tough game for Liverpool, to be honest. I think that just expectations, maybe Liverpool, it depends on the result against Man United. If Liverpool, even if they win against Man United, I'm expecting, but by a small margin, a 1-goal margin or something, a 2-1 or something like this, I'm expecting them to struggle against Brentford.
What if we see another 95th minute late winner?
Let's say
Is that going to convince you for the next games? Like, are you expecting much to change, Husam, between now and the last game, or is it just going to be?
Oh, a
finding
lot
form
has
over,
to change.
like, 4 or 5
100%.
games?
If it does, if it doesn't change, we're gonna find out against Man United. It has to
Konate is
change.
out as well.
Konate?
How long is he out for?
Who said Konate is out? He's back. He only had a minor knock, Mo.
I thought the news are saying.
No, he's back. He's back. It's just a minor knock.
And Gravenberch or something? I think he was possibly
Same thing. Minor.
precaution.
Nothing major.
Yeah, I don't know what. It depends on what Liverpool comes out. If they're like all guns blazing, or if they're like a little bit shaky still. So I don't know. I expect Slot to really. I don't know. What did he do in the last formation? Did he almost go back to what you guys did last season
No.
with your starting midfield?
He mixed this season with last season and then fucked everything up.
What was your midfield? Wasn't it Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, McAllister?
Yeah.
So do you think he'll try that again? Like go try and get the stuff working that was last season, or
I hope he doesn't try it again.
yeah. So that's the kind of unknowns for me with Liverpool, whether they're Wirtz's left wing, and are we trying to squeeze Ekitike in left wing, or what's going on?
The Wirtz left wing is
Need to be
the
there.
risk it needs to be like that. You know what? Just kill that. Kill
Never
that
mention
one.
it ever again.
Kill that one. Wirtz left wing in the Prem, like kill that one. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I don't want
fucking
Wirtz
Gakpo
left
or
wing at all.
Chiesa or something. You know, just don't.
Yeah,
do that.
if we want to drop Gakpo, personally, I'd start Chiesa. But I don't want. I
Or
agree with you.
even start Ekitike on the left. Adi. That would he played left. It's okay. You know.
I need
for-
Wirtz in behind Isak in that 10 area. That's what I need.
Isak is not going to get
100%.
dropped. Isak is not going to get dropped. Just people have to say that. Wirtz is going. I think he's going to start. I think he's gonna start maybe McAllister and Szoboszlai if Gravenberch is injured.
I think
He's out?
Gravenberch will start. I think it was a precaution.
So you think Gravenberch and McAllister, or you think Gravenberch and Szoboszlai? McAllister, if I'm hearing correct, he scored 2 goals for Argentina. So maybe he should go back to form.
Maybe.
You know the problem is that midfield, Gravenberch, McAllister,
questions.
Wirtz, for me, I'm not asking, I'm just saying an opinion.
You said you know what the problem is. I was like, yeah, too many question marks. But
McAllister, Gravenberch, and Wirtz, apart from Gravenberch, it lacks athleticism and physicality on transition. That's why they're wide open in the midfield. And Gravenberch is not sitting as a DM.
who would you play left wing?
I don't know. Gakpo or Chiesa doesn't matter for me. Doesn't matter for me.
See, I think Ekitike should be striker, and I think Isak should be doing left wing shifts until he's feeling better.
Isak
how to
left
put it.
wing.
Yeah. Just because he's too good to
So
leave on the bench.
they
but he's
signed
also,
they signed a £130 million striker to play him left wing. Is that?
well, Ekitike's in better form, and he kind of needs to hold that. So I don't know. I feel like to leave Ekitike on the bench would be to shoot themselves in the foot. So I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. He probably won't do that, but if you want to see them play together, I think Isak's very good on the left-hand side. He's done some of his best work at Newcastle, playing out on the touchline sometimes, like beating 2 or 3 men. So I don't know. Maybe you can get something out of it.
If Kirkis was that good, they could have played Ekitike and have him do the Palmer role behind the forward. You know, but from the left. If Ekitike was that good, if Kirkis was good. If Kirkis was good. If Kirkis can do the up and down, run the line by himself, he can do that. Here is a problem with that, is that you need one of the midfielders to cover him. And that doesn't happen often. You know, like Chelsea, like Caicedo and Lavia cover the right back or the left back if they go forward. And that is one of the things that maybe Liverpool need to do, have Kirkis go up and down the line. But
Wasn't that what he was doing for Bournemouth? Like, wasn't that where he was so good? Was that he had the engine to really get all the way up to the corner flag and run all the way back?
It's different playing for Bournemouth than playing for Liverpool, to be honest.
No, but I feel like he's not asked to do the same stuff right now. Maybe because the right-hand side's going up and he's being asked to hang back more than maybe he wants to or he should or something.
The right-hand side for Liverpool is kind of, for me, is a myth. I'm like, is Conor Bradley good? Why did he drop off? Every time he played after Trent, he looked decent. Now he doesn't look decent. Frimpong is not a right back. And with Konate's form, you cannot afford to play a winger or a wing back as a right back if your right center back is not doing amazing job. And also, there is another problem. If you play McAllister and Gravenberch and Wirtz, there is no Szoboszlai to cover that right side. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No Szoboszlai to cover. So
unless you play him right back, which is again like a band-aid that may not work every time, right?
It worked in one game and he looked brilliant. And let's play him right, and he got torn apart in the Galatasaray game. And because he's not a right back, so Liverpool have too many problems to me. And I think the main problem for Liverpool, in my opinion, is that Mohamed Salah is not performing. Number one problem. Number one problem.
2 out of 10 rage bait.
No, I said that, by the way, I
problem
said that on a solo show, so I'm not trying to rage bait anyone. Mohamed Salah need to perform because Mohamed Salah is the experience in that attack. It's the guy that experience in that attack. And To be honest with you, if he's going to create a chance or two in the game, people need to put them in the back of the net.
Yeah.
One of the reasons that will allow the opposition to go forward is that because they can afford to have one player only on Mohamed Salah and not leave two. Because he's not dribbling, he's not performing well.
But is the problem Liverpool getting the ball to Salah or what Salah's doing with the ball? Because I feel like he's not getting it enough in the same space that he was before.
Both. He receives the ball and he doesn't provide something with it. He doesn't get the ball as much as last season. We have to admit that because there is Wirtz, there is Ekitike, there is Isak, and they lean left a little bit. But also in the same time, even if you're getting the ball 80% or 70% of the times of last season, you still should be able to do something with it. And he ain't. Yes, he created that chance for Isak, but apart from this, he fails to dribble, he fails to put the right pass, he fails to shoot, you know, so that is what I think. Like, Mohamed Salah need to perform better.
Was
than
it
this.
Salah his last game where he should have crossed it for like an easy tap in and he went for the shot?
Kerkez.
Kerkez should have crossed it to
I know the
Salah.
one you're talking about. The one you're talking about is Kerkez.
Really? Okay. I feel like there was one where it was Salah. Maybe I'm getting confused. Where I feel like he feels the pressure to like get back to his level, but I think everyone's waiting for him to pass to them or something like that.
Do you think that the salary, the wage puts pressure on him a little bit?
I saw it with Aubameyang that everything changed once we started paying him more money. The level of expectation goes up, even though the player age goes up and the tiredness goes up as well. But
Aubameyang was never Salah level anyway.
No, but I saw a drop off. Or there was just it was just higher expectations because Aubameyang did all that stuff with the FA Cup and he was like, you know, I'm the big dick and whatever, like sign me up and I'll solve all your problems. And the fans were like, even Troops is like, all they have to do is like renew Aubameyang in the summer and I'll be happy. Like no other signings. And then the fall off from there was he just didn't show up after that. It felt kind of the same with Ozil as well. Once they get that big contract renewal on their last legs, they just I don't know, they can't reach the same level. But Salah's not the same as those guys, so I don't expect him to have the same problems long term.
I know it's only 7 games, so I went on to check some of the stats. Yes, he touches the ball about 80% than last season, average per game. But his also passing contribution is less in terms of like the completed passes, the percentage of passes, short, long, crosses, everything is less. And I think that is what he needs to actually improve are these stats. You know what I mean? He needs to improve that. I'm not sure if it doesn't help him that Isak is one day he plays with Ekitike, the next day he plays for Isak. This 45 minutes he plays with this guy, this 45 minutes next to. Even the midfield, even his midfield is not fixed. Like sometimes it's Florian Wirtz, the next game is supposed like also the right back, Frimpong or Conor Bradley. It doesn't help. As a football player, that doesn't help you.
That's why I give Gyökeres a bit of a pass because he's been playing with a different player pretty much every time. Right wing, left wing, 10. So I don't know. It's the same kind of scenario. You got something in your throat? You're all right? You going to say something?
We're going to say something about what?
Gyökeres.
We aren't.
No, I don't know. You look like you're hurt or something.
I'm not hurt. How would I be hurt?
When you play with different players, I was just agreeing with you. I was giving you another example, but I don't know. You play with different players all the time. It's hard to get into the team.
Yeah, you could have used Saka playing probably with Timber, Ben White. Oh, yeah, you could have.
I mean, I'm not making any excuses for Saka's performances. He's fine. I mean, he's come back from injury, but he's still not up to his level either. But anyone that's coming into a brand new team and then playing with different teammates every time, oh, now I'm blurry, is going to have troubles. And I think that's happened to Isak.
Do this, the camera will work.
No, I'll just reset it. Yeah, I think that's the same for anyone who's getting used to a new team, is that you need to like have some kind of continuity. I saw an analysis on this during the international break that someone did a breakdown of it was a stats thing from like 10 years ago, but basically you could sort all the teams' performances based on how many players they had to play throughout the entire season. The team that had to play 42 different players, they were last. The team that played pretty much the same 11 every week, they were first. And it was almost like a 1-to-1 correlation. So I think there's a lot to be said for that kind
Do
of.
you think Eucharist is going to come good for Arsenal then?
Yeah, I think so.
You don't think that Kai Havertz is going to come back and claim his place?
I think they'll help each other in a roundabout kind of way. Hopefully Gyökeres can help Havertz to learn how to shoot faster than 5Ks an hour, and maybe Havertz can teach Gyökeres a little bit about having a bit of finesse, because he's lacking a little bit of culture about him right now. But I think there's no problem with his goal scoring ability, and the issue is getting the ball to him in a place.
You don't think there's a problem with Eucharist goal scoring ability?
No.
Okay, here is what I see from Eucharist that might be improving. And Henry was speaking about this.
Who thinks Gyökeres is in bigger trouble than Isak, by the way?
I'm going to tell you why.
That's why he was smiling before, right?
You were okay, to be honest with you, and listen, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I watched the Thierry Henry's analysis of his chance against Olympiacos or something like this. It was Athletic Bilbao. It was against Bilbao. In that first touch, that doesn't put you in front of the goal, that doesn't put you in the right place. All the strikers, all the good strikers in the history of the sports, one of the main things about them is not their shooting. It's not if you dink it or you go around. It's that one touch that gives you the opportunity to put your foot through the ball in the right way. It's that one that puts you. You know why Darwin Núñez is all over the place? Because Darwin Núñez, when he touches the ball, it doesn't put him in the right place to finish, to actually plant the left foot or the right foot in the right place. One of the examples, I think he had a chance the other time. You played I'm not sure, I can't remember, Nottingham Forest or something, and he had a chance to actually put the ball and then have the touch to actually score, and he put it wide. And now he had to adjust his body, and now that allowed the defender to come in and block it. That's what I think that he needs to get better. Players get better. Don't believe anyone that tells you that players don't get better. Diego Milito was at Zaragoza, and then he went to Genoa, and then he went to Inter. And by the time he was at Inter, that first touch that put him in the right place, that one touch, you're set to score now. You're set to finish. That is what elite strikers do. You know, that's what Henry, Suarez, Bergkamp, Anelka used to do that. Very good, Anelka. That touch used to be elite. That's what I think you could struggle with. He's not struggling with shooting or finishing. He's struggling to put that touch that will allow him now to do the finishing thing. Haaland is phenomenal in this. One touch Haaland will put him in the right place to dink it, score it. You know what I mean?
Even though you'll say that about Haaland, he has the same issues as Gyökeres in that they're low touch players. If you're not taking your chances, then you look like an idiot at the end of the game where you've got 8 touches, 4 completed passes, and you did nothing, right? Haaland goes through those streaks sometimes where he doesn't score for 5-6 games. People start questioning him. Then he comes back and bags 4 in the next game, and everyone shuts up about it. Yeah. Havertz is the kind of striker who will be false 9. He'll get 50 touches. He'll link up play. He'll be everywhere except the last man. I think Gyökeres just has to learn to get his patience and timing right to be that, not even take a first touch, just finish first time every time. And we've got to give him the kind of ball that he's capable of doing that from. Running down the left channel is what he likes to do, but he doesn't finish with his left. Normally he cuts inside on his right and tries to dummy around like he did against the goal against Leeds. I think Henry was a bit hard.
Yeah, but that is only one. I thought he had a couple of others that he could have had better touches to allow himself to actually do that. Are we saying that Gyökeres is not a box striker? He is someone that likes to receive the ball outside and run with it in the channels and spaces?
Well, he doesn't have. I think that was already known, right? Like Sporting didn't spend a lot of time camped in the other people's opposition's final third. A lot of the Gyökeres goals came from breaks from the halfway line or passes through the final third. So I wasn't expecting anything different. But he does offer something different to Havertz, and I think they can both play together. And I think that Gyökeres, if he can get a connection with Saka, for example, he could really, like, I don't know, just bang 10 goals in a few games without even really trying. But the more it becomes an issue, the harder it gets. You know, maybe we should have given him the penalty and not let Saka take it so that he gets that little bit of food again, like we did for Havertz. But I'm giving a lot of free reign, even though I didn't rate him that highly before we got
as long as you're winning, nobody cares, right? That's the whole
Well,
point.
I feel like he does something which will not be given value because it sounds ridiculous. Like he runs into spaces and he keeps people busy and he creates room for others. But I think that's the long and the short of it. You know, when we would play and Nuno Espirito Santo said that we don't play strikers so their centre backs didn't have to worry about anything. I think he was really like telling us what was wrong there, and that if you don't keep those centre backs busy with someone, they're going to get onto your wingers who are your goal scorers. So as long as we're winning and everyone else is scoring, that's fine. And if we can get Marino to look like one of the best strikers in the world, then maybe we can do the
Marino's
same.
not going to play as much, to be honest. It's like
No, but I mean, if Arteta can take Marino from an 8 and turn him into like a goal-scoring machine, obviously I think he'll have the same success as Gyökeres. And I think he had the same success with Havertz when everyone said he would be crap. He actually came good for a little bit there before he got injured. So now I'm blurring him.
Mo, this Yildiz guy, any good? He's amazing. When I watched some Juventus game, he's absolutely fantastic. But again, it's too early to judge. There was a lot of players that came out and said, but he is fantastic. He's technically amazing, technically great, phenomenal.
If you had a choice of Yildiz or Semenyo, who would you go for?
Currently, I'll go a winger, Semenyo.
Semenyo, okay.
Semenyo. Any show with Mo is agenda-driven force debate? Absolutely. Thank you so much for your $2 super chat, $1.99. I appreciate you so much, my friend, for supporting us and actually saying that it's agenda-driven. Phenomenal. Great work, of course. Thank you so much. I'll go with Semenyo. Also, people actually don't understand that Semenyo is only 25 or something. So he has a lot to give. And the price will be similar, to be honest. I like Yildiz. He's very technical, but Semenyo's built for the Premier League as a left winger, you know. He's built for it. So I like Semenyo a lot. I think Liverpool should sign Semenyo as well on that left side, in my opinion.
Yeah, I hope so.
The problem is because Arsenal, Chelsea, Chelsea are not going to sign him. Because they have Gittins and freaking Garnacho. It's going to be between Arsenal and Liverpool, and that will drive the price up.
21.
Yeah, by the time he's going to be 26, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean?
Who do you think
and
he
also,
chooses, though?
Arsenal. That's the thing. It's not like, listen, if a player comes out and say, I like Liverpool, okay, it's on Liverpool to, like, he will only not go to Liverpool if Liverpool don't want to sign him. Like, I'm a Liverpool fan. Yes, but I will choose Arsenal. That's stupid. That's idiotic.
Well,
especially if both are offering the same money. We know that Liverpool offer the wages and Arsenal now offer the wages. Like, they're not Chelsea. They're not going to offer him a 9-year contract with like 80K. You know what I mean? They're not going to do that. So him publicly saying I'm an Arsenal fan is just simple as he's begging Arsenal to come for him. Like,
but we can't let that decide our transfer policy. It's like if we really want Yildiz, but we've got a guy who's an Arsenal fan saying,
but
hey,
I don't think you need Yildiz. Okay. If you get Semenyo, you don't need, because you already have Eze, Odegaard, Rice, Zubamendi, Moreno, Norgard. Semenyo is Yildiz is not an out winger. He's kind of an inside forward. He's like a Palmer, you know what I mean? Can play on the left, drifts inside, shoot with his right foot.
Yeah.
He's kind of an Eze, but technically like more dribbles in tight spaces than Eze was. Eze dribbles in like physicality, pushes the ball, like glides. Yildiz is more of like dribbling in tighter spaces. So I don't think you need Yildiz, to be honest with you.
You know what I mean? As in, like, players can come out and say, hey, I'm an Arsenal fan. And, like, say, for example, if we didn't get Eze, people would be like, what are you talking about? This is like the easiest open goal ever. But it ends up dictating your transfer policy if you end up going after all these players that are your fans. Just by default. But yeah. Anyway.
I see your point, but he's a good player. You're not signing a dud.
Yeah.
You're not. He's a very good player.
No, I really like Semenyo. I just think I haven't seen Yildiz enough.
You know my problem with this is that when people keep saying it's the last piece of the puzzle. Okay, how many years have we saying that? Like, I want Arsenal. That's the one. People that says why are some Arsenal fans? Why people get annoyed with Arsenal fans? Because it's every year. This is the last piece of the puzzle. But the last piece of the puzzle, like
we've been saying that for 19, 20,
exactly.
21 years.
No, it's the last piece of the puzzle, you know.
But the reality is that your puzzle board loses a piece or two every season. So you have to you always have to be finding your last piece of the puzzle. There's never the last piece of the puzzle. It's the second last or third last.
It's no, but hold on. That's if you want to improve. You know what I mean?
Everyone has to improve to like stay level.
Yeah, but you as Arsenal, you need to win now. This is the last piece of the puzzle to win.
And
Now,
ideal
Arsenal-
scenarios don't exist in football anyway.
Yeah, like
there is no
after-
ideal world.
Yeah,
That's
Husam
in
is
the
right.
laboratory.
But
like,
don't you find
after
that a
you
little
sign-
bit disingenuous to say Arsenal need to win now? Like other clubs don't need to win now. Like everyone needs to win now.
No, you need more
don't
than
waste your
anyone else.
time. Win
No,
now.
I disagree with you.
Right. Okay.
But I have an explanation for it. I have an explanation for it. If you're asking me as a club, forget Arteta, forget Arne Slot, forget anything, right? I think the club that needs a win more in a major trophy is Arsenal. Out of all the clubs currently.
I agree.
Like, forget Mikel Arteta, even Martin. Like, as a football club, you have waited the longer to win a
Yeah, but
major.
waited the longest is like it's almost inconsequential. If you're a big club and you have good players at your team right now and you've just spent £500 million, you need to win now. Just like maybe a tiny bit less than Arsenal who need to win now, but you still need to win. Everyone needs to win now. It's like it's almost like Arsenal's the only team in the Premier
That's
League.
that's not the point. That's not the point.
No, but that's what it sounds like to me. It's like Arsenal's the only team that actually has any kind of like
I never said that,
aspiration or ambition.
but no, but Arsenal are the team that needs that the most.
Yeah, but it's 100% for Arsenal and 99.998 for like Liverpool.
No, it's
and,
not 99. It's 100% for Arsenal and 80 for. Okay, let me give you the what I think. Right, it's 100% for Arsenal. I think it's 80% for Liverpool, 70% for Chelsea. By the way, I'm not exonerating Chelsea from this shit. Chelsea, fucking since the Champions League, they spent billions, right?
Yeah.
And we're not
And they
talking
haven't
about
won the
them.
league in like a decade, and it's like 13 years. For
And
Man
we
United,
aren't
right?
talking about them as started like when on shows on Sky Sports and on talks. Nobody's talking about Chelsea having a chance to win the title, which is I think it's a shambles. And I think Man City 50%. Okay, Man United are not
Well,
here.
Pep was on his
Can we not
way
talk
out.
about
You know,
Man
you're not going
United?
to have too many more years with him. You need to make the most of what you've got. But like, if we were crap now, and we still hadn't won in 22 years or 21 years, we would still need to win the league, right? Even if we were like 8 or 7 or 6, we need to win a major.
See, did I include Man United at all? Did anyone see me in the chat?
No one
I
said
did.
no one said Arsenal had to win the league 4 years ago. No one said it.
We have to win
I
the league.
didn't include.
We have to win the league. We had to win the league 12 years ago. We had to win the league 15 years ago. We had to win the league 17
now
years ago.
more
I
than
never
yesterday.
said that personally.
But now more than yesterday, and yesterday more than the day before, to the point that just 5 years ago, Martin, all what people wanted is Arsenal to be competitive again.
Just get top 4.
Just be competitive,
Because
be in the
we were
conversation.
absolutely crap, but I still
Is that like Man United?
We needed to win
Like
the
Man
league. We
United?
needed to win the league. We needed to win the league.
No,
I remember
no.
2009 or 2010 or 2011. It felt like every season was deja vu, and like this is our year, and we're going to win it. And it hasn't changed for me. Every year we have to win the league, and there's not one team in it. There's 20 teams, and when people try and make it sound like United are in some kind of like, oh, they're fine, let them rebuild.
But they are
quietly,
in the
they don't need
goal,
to
like,
win the
they're
league.
in the black hole, Martin. Nobody is
Yeah.
gonna sit here and say that Man United
No one
need
should
to
say
win the
United
league.
have to win the league. No one.
Like no
I
one
am.
saying that. Like no one. Like
They're supposed to be the biggest club in the world. You should be winning the league every year. This is.
well,
I'm
but that's
saying
why
there's
we
no
call
pressure
them
on these other
deluded. They're fucking deluded. So
Martin
who cares?
sounds like
if
Roy
this is-
Keane now. This is Man United.
Like who cares about Man United? No,
Well,
Man
Chelsea.
United.
We can use Chelsea
I'm
for
telling
example.
you, Man United should do a parade if they get top 5. A parade, like Manchester do a parade. They get
No,
top
but that's
5. I'm
embarrassing.
telling
That's
you,
like
bro.
shame. That's
It
that's
is
not
shame.
taking me
Yeah,
seriously.
but they
It is-
are
it is
embarrassing.
shame.
They
But
lost
they are
Spurs in the
embarrassing.
European final and finished 15th.
Can you, how are Man United playing
No
Liverpool?
club goes from 15th
Bro,
to winning the league.
Martin, how are Man United playing Liverpool in the weekend? Man United versus Liverpool. If Liverpool win, we're gonna talk about Liverpool. If Liverpool lose, we'll talk about Liverpool. The only time we'll talk about Man United if they lose by 3+ goal margin, so we can laugh at them and say Amarim will get sacked. So how are Man United playing Liverpool? And then you tell me Man United need to win the league. Like how is? You think Sky Sports will run the show on Man United losing 2-1?
They need to
No
light
one
a
will even
fire
mention
under
Man
their
United
asses.
on that show.
You can't be living comfortably in mediocrity and just wallowing in your own.
No,
poop,
no
right?
one is
You gotta-
saying
you
Leeds.
gotta drag
No one is
yourself out.
saying Leeds
That's
should
who
win
they
it.
are
With all due
right
respect,
now.
no one is saying Leeds should win the league. No one's saying that. No one is saying this.
But Manchester United has history and heritage, and they're a massive club. There's no excuses for this, right? I just don't understand it. Like, even Liverpool, right? Don't you feel that there's a pressure now that Man City are not the team that won 7 or 8 out of 9 Premier Leagues, that you should be taking advantage of this moment, and it should be
That's why they're 80%.
80%. So they're comfortable, just like,
no, but
I don't know. We
can I
won last
explain?
year. We were all right.
Can I explain to you why? I have very simple explanation for Liverpool. Because if Liverpool don't win this season, right, and they can go win next year, like same as that. But Arsenal, right? But I'm going to tell you, but Arsenal, this year is 100%. If they don't win it this year, next year is only also 100%. If they don't win it next year, the year after,
100% every year.
Because
if you want to be a big club, it should be 100%.
How hard is it to understand that out of the big clubs in England, which is I consider 5 only, you are the guy with no Champions League and the furthest since you have won the Premier League. However, you are logically the one that
have the
collected
best squad in the league,
and you are the one that collected the most points. Okay, second, you are with the guy, the manager as well, that serves the most years without winning the Premier League or the Champions League out of the big clubs currently.
That's everything just they sack their managers more than we do. Like, I don't think that there's much difference between Arsenal not winning it in 21 years and United not winning it in 13 years. Like, it's such a long time that both teams should be in the same position trying to win the league every year. The fact that we're close to it doesn't make it worse for us. I think it's just, if you're a big club, there's this pressure to win it. Liverpool, you've only got 2 Premier Leagues. Start stacking them up. You know, like, everyone should be thirsty and hungry. It just sounds like when people are talking about it, Arsenal's the only team in this league. Everyone else is on cruise control until they decide that it's time for them to win the league, right?
That's not the point. The thing is, when you look at
why is he not understanding my point?
Mo's talking about history. I'm not looking at it from a historical context. I'm looking at it from who's there at the club right now context. And Arteta's been there 6 years without winning the league. Slot won already in his first season. So if he doesn't win the league, we're going to give him another year.
So you're saying Arteta needs to win the league, not Arsenal?
Arteta's the Arsenal manager. We're just doing semantics now.
Okay, so if you get sacked and we get a new manager in, they have to win the league too, right?
Actually, probably not, because the new manager will get time.
Well, okay. That's the whole point of getting the over the line guy, is that he takes Arteta's unlosable squad and just, cruise controls it over the line.
At the end of this season, if Arsenal don't win the league, 80% of Arsenal fans will want Arteta out. And if Liverpool don't win the league, 20% of the Liverpool fans will
I'm not debating that, because I was just talking about the clubs, but
More
I
you
feel
good?
like it's tied to the managers and people.
Yeah, I'm thinking about what he's saying. I'm thinking about what he said. Wallahi, I'm just tired of, like, I don't know how the
Why are you being so
logic.
dramatic, though?
Bro, I just don't understand, because the chat agrees with you. That is my problem, is when people don't use the logic. Listen, I woke up, it's this day, I'm not like, and then people like, how is the club that is one of the biggest clubs in England, have had 20 years out of Premier League title, and you're not telling me, even as I know that Liverpool signed out, this is where you need to win every year. Is like, you need to win the Premier League, because you need to, like, I don't know how to say it. Like, you're getting erased. You're getting erased. Like, year by year, you're getting erased, because next 10 years, it's going to be 30 years without winning the Premier League. Liverpool won the champs in 05. By the way, that's what saved Liverpool, by the way. I promise you, if Liverpool didn't win that champs in 05, people would have started talking about Liverpool. Bro, you must win something.
People disrespect your club all the time. Like, Slippy G, the whole thing. It's every big club that calls himself a big club should be trying to win the Premier League, regardless if they've got a brand new manager. Regardless, like, I don't feel like there should be less pressure on a bigger club.
You keep saying regardless, but it's literally the point. How do you say regardless to the actual point itself? You can't say regardless if they get a new manager. If Arsenal got a new manager this summer, then he would have less pressure than Slot to win the league.
No, because they've got all the same investment. It's a £1 billion squad. You have to be the guy that's going to take it over the line. I mean, I just don't feel like there's equal scrutiny on these clubs. I mean, Spurs haven't won the league in 70 years. No one tells them that they have to win the league.
Talk about Spurs.
Because
Yeah.
you guys put them in the same conversation as us, and you make it sound like
Huh?
the smallest club out
Who
of the Big
did?
Six.
Me?
Because we don't have a Champions League
Okay,
or
I'm
whatever,
asking.
right?
I'm asking the designer to remove Tottenham Hotspur from the MHF overlays. All of them. Halas? So people
Well,
can
it's
stop talking about
It's right
Spurs.
there, up there somewhere in the corner.
I don't think in MHF history we've spoken about Spurs once until we were doing Spurs City preview.
No.
This
There
whole
was Andrew's
season-
good run that had
This
everyone.
whole season, the only time we spoke about Spurs when we did Spurs City preview, and we got Patrick here. Other than that, we don't really speak about Spurs.
It takes one league or Champions League for Arsenal for all these conversations to end. Just one.
Just one.
Just one.
No, okay, we can just sack the manager and we'll get ourselves more time.
Forget
like
the
other
manager.
clubs
Who
do,
get?
that's fine.
I didn't talk about the manager. Forget the manager.
No, but you,
My
you don't
perspective
see
is
them in the same
managerial. I can't lie
conversation.
to you.
What's that?
My perspective is let's look at Manchester City. The reason why I'm not putting pressure on Manchester City to win, because if Manchester City don't win the league, Pep Guardiola still has 6 league titles in 9 years. He's still the most successful manager in England for the last 9 years, for the last 10 years, for the last 20 years. Whatever
Well, it
you
has an
wanna use.
asterisk, but I hear you.
He is the most. Oh, now you're changing the argument to suit your narrative. He's the most successful manager, so he doesn't have as much pressure on him. You know, Arne Slot already got us over the line after signing Federico Chiesa, so he doesn't have as much pressure on him. Mikel Arteta, 3 years of challenging, no winning. That's why he has the most pressure. Now I don't know. Had Mikel Arteta not actually, I do know. Had Mikel Arteta won a league title 2 years ago, the 89-point season, had he won that, let's say Son scores that 1-1 and Arsenal win the league, there would 100% be way more pressure on Liverpool to deliver after this transfer window. That's it.
But that's not how I see it. I just see it differently. Like if Arteta won 2 years ago, for me, there's more pressure to win it this season because you proved you can do it and you have more resources. There's no excuses. Like Chelsea, for example, you come in, you spend $1 billion. If you keep sacking your manager, there's no pressure to succeed. It's just like, oh, we'll give you another season. Oh, we'll give you another season. Oh, we'll give you another season. It's like now 4 years since they were bought out, and there's no expectation. Even though it only took Arteta 2 years to get to start challenging, Chelsea are nowhere near that. So I just don't think people are to judge them the same way. And maybe my perspective will help you guys have a bit of context.
I'll see.
Okay, we'll see.
Let me do this.
All this happened just because Martin's being sensitive about the Suarez Henry debate.
No, I just want to put pressure on United. I don't want them to just sit there and get a free pass for being crap for so long and just people trying to tell me that we have to win the league. They have to win the league.
People
too.
laugh at them. That doesn't mean I'm going to go put pressure on them to win the league. That's
Well,
crazy.
when you go through a period of having the same manager for 20 years, your club enters a certain stage of personality of its own, and you need to, like, Arsenal and United have not come back from our big personality, big generational managers. And maybe that'll happen to City. They won't win the league for 10 years, inshallah. But we'll see what happens. But it's a complicated conversation. I'm glad that we can have it in some kind of level.
Sounds good. I don't think there's anything else, to be honest with you.
What's Inter doing, Mo? Can we press you on Inter at all?
No, I don't want us to talk about Inter.
We're gonna talk play Roma. We'll see how it goes. And listen, people, this will take you to Staffy TV when previewing Manchester United versus Liverpool this weekend. Of course, you go there. MHF Ray, people. Husam is live later today. I'm not doing any other lives, but I will see you guys soon. Where are you?